wall sheet, wall guide. Okay. See here, what is the basic function of the wall, exhaust wall? To regulate flow. When you regulate flow, you're going to improve the efficiency. How to regulate flow by maintaining position, how to maintain position by distributing load, how to distribute by applying force. Even you can make this diagram very simple also. It will withstand temperature, it will withstand pressure. Uh, Yesterday there was some example given. Higher the value gap and higher the value index, there is always a potential for improving the value. You can see it almost 20 gap. The gap is too high for valve stem, valve head, even for wall sheet. The wall sheet is too high. Okay, the coating, the place where I have shown coating area, that is having a high value gap, high value index. So there is a need for a new kind of hard facing alloy to change the cobalt hard facing to iron hard facing alloy. That portion where I will show. And this, when you're changing this coating process, even the function is not going to affect. All the functions are going to remain same. So you need to create ideas considering the function. Okay. Even you can go for some alternate material, but this is having high impact. Yes, in evaluation phase we have evaluated ideas. Ideas are being evaluated with different parameters. So here the parameters are performance, weight, reliability and durability, manufacturability and investment. So I told you need to have two type of matrix when you're going for any evaluation phase. One is evaluation phase, sorry, paired comparison and one is decision matrix. When you're going for a paired comparison, you need to compare one criteria with another criteria. So here the criteria is the performance versus weight, which is important. Performance is important. Okay, so that's why given 15 points to performance and 5 points to weight. And when I'm comparing performance with reliability, both are same, means both is required. Okay, performance also important, durability is also important. So it's like 10 points. When I'm going to compare performance with manufacturing, going more importance to performance. And performance versus investment, again performance is going to be higher. I need to add. So how this 55 is coming, you need to add all the things. So year column you have to add, and finally you're going to get this total. And when you're comparing B with other parameters, when you're comparing B with C, when you're comparing weight with reliability, the weight is very much important. Okay, so that's why given 15 points to weight and durability. Yes, weight should be lesser. Higher the weight is also a problem. Okay, after getting it a percentage here, what you have to do is you have to put it in the decision matrix. And with the help of the cross-functional team, the rates are being given with different points 1 to 10. And what you have to do is you have to multiply that with this value, percentage value, then you get the points. So higher the points, you have the idea. So here the A idea is having more points, 9.4 out of 10. Which means the A idea is to convert wall stem by from cobalt to iron-based hard facing alloy. Then development activity is being carried out. In development, what we have done is we have to analyze the material of existing cobalt grade and also the iron hard facing alloy. We compare the carbon content, silicon content, magnesium, chromium, nickel, molybdenum, tungsten, cobalt, iron, etc. So we have also done the stress analysis with the existing already available. The same boundary condition. We have done the analysis for the iron hard facing also. And the thermomechanical analysis also carried out. And this is the comparison between the sterlite existing hard facing coating and iron hard facing alloy coating. For the same boundary condition of 650, 700, 750 degrees Celsius, stress due to thermal loading is almost quite comparable. and even the radial expansion, longitudinal thermal expansion also compared between the stellate grade with stellate to cobalt phase with the iron hard facing alloy. Uh, and the stress level is also quite is something lesser. But it is slightly better as well. As you see, it is 179, it is 170. 10 it is 200, 238 it is 226. Even the factor of safety is slightly getting improved. I think. Then we done a lot of tests. These are some of tests and verification plan. We have done some testing because we need to do some testing. It's not that only we are converting the ideas. We have to do some testing also because this success wall is very important. Um, we have done some tests like high speed test, data course, 400 hours, 150 hours. This is the lengthiest process. 1,000 hours is three months time. We have also done the thermostat test, but the temperature is going to be higher. Also in the vehicle, we have done some testing, composite durability tests. Highway, it covers both highway as well as the normal city conditions. Accelerated durability test, having different cycles, 100 cycles actually. Then we implemented this idea. Then this is one example of this I have done, and there is one more example coming out from a company called Ingersoll Rand. Okay, this is one company. They have done for a wall assembly. They have done a value engineering. This is the wall. This wall is used for air conditioning system. See, that is used for a split AC. In the pre-workshop phase, what they have done is they have understood all the individual components. What is the material? What is the design? They understood the current design basically. Then with that understanding, they have gone with a fast function analysis. Okay, then fast diagram. See this wall. What is the basic function is to prevent leakage. How to prevent leakage? By sealing the part. How to seal part by positioning parts. How to position part by aligning part and securing part. How to do it by joining parts by applying force. Why again you follow why logic to meet basic and higher order function. And what are the other function? It should meet requirement, it should resist corrosion, it should maintain safety. These are all the updated. 30% you have to reduce the cost. Is the standard for the wall. Again, the service should be easy serviceable. Um, and it should meet the requirement, data requirement, and it should facilitate assembly. Okay, this is the function cost worksheet. Function cost worth analysis. For all the functions, what you would write is you would write down the cost, individual cost. What is the individual worth? The higher the gap, you should always look for some alternative. Okay, whether to change the hose material or to use different material. You should always find something like instead of steel, you can go with plastic. Then in the creativity phase, you create ideas. The idea should come from the function. So in order to prevent leakage, you are going to use butyl rubber material. You are going to put a plastic cap. You are going to have one plug. You are going to have one Teflon tape with plastic cap. In order to have a function to allow flow, you are going to have the straight tube. You are going to connect that with a PVC pipe. You are going to eliminate the tube. In order to seal path, you are going to put tape. You are going to use a plastic cap. You are going to use a o-ring with rubber instead of gasket. In order to resist corrosion, you're going to have the coating, paint, stainless steel material, non-ferrous material. So these are the just ideas you're going to have. Then after creating ideas, you're going to evaluate ideas with different parameters. You have to use the decision matrix, pattern comparison decision matrix. Even in a non-technical manner, also you can evaluate by getting the maximum points from the team members. And for the point one, for the idea number one, you get more points. Uh, so here, when you're going for the idea generation, so these are the final things. Okay, so totally four ideas are there. The first idea is to use the Teflon tape and the current plastic cap to cover the other end of the dryer. So these are the four one, and the number one is having more. Sorry, number one which is having more point is you need to take it. So the one which is having more point is 822. Idea number four is more. So, this is the idea. Flare nut with standard nylon cap to seal the open end of the liquid, same as the one which is used for installation at the time of a unit. The existing design is having more parts, more components, but the new design is you are going to eliminate all these components. You are going to eliminate. You are going to reduce the number of components without affecting the function. And you see the annual saving. You know what is the savings if you are going with this design? Once tens, 100,000, 10,000 lakh, 10 lakh. It's almost 10 lakh, 14,000 cost saving. 10 lakh cost saving in a year. This implemented year 2014, 11, very long back it is implemented. And it is also been modified in other products as well. And you see, what are the other benefits? You're going to reduce the cycle time because you're going to eliminate a lot of parts, right? And your inventory is also going to get reduced. Your direct material cost is also going to get reduced. You see, from 593 rupees, you're going to reduce the cost to 86 rupees. Almost 85% of the material cost is going to get reduced. It's also been the same idea is also been proposed to other variant, other products. So, and it's a very good cost saving for the company. And this is the existing design, how it looks, and this is the modified proposed design of the product. What is the advantages? The material cost reduction, cycle time reduction, no tooling, and inventory is also getting reduced. And only what is the disadvantage? Okay, you need to check for reliability standard. Standard wise, you need to check it, and you need to find. You need to do some testing. Any whether leakage is coming or not. But you're going to implement only if you're finding no failure. Okay, if you're finding failure again, you need to you need to do analysis. Then you have to correct the failure. Then only you have to send to the customer. Okay, this is the existing design having the clamp, screw, valve for service valve, and copper tube and flare nut. But you see, flare nut has been eliminated. Nylon is also been eliminated with cap. Okay, is the plastic cap basically. And here you are going to use this to prevent a leak using flare nut plus nylon cap. Basically, a plastic cap. Nylon cap is nothing but a plastic cap. Here, flare nut, the cap, the material is different actually, but the plastic cap is having less cost also. And how the pressure is going to get inserted. You're completely modifying the layout also, but the function remains same. Even you're doing the leak testing to ensure that there is no leakage going to come after modifying the design. Then you're going to implement it with this much of saving. So I will show some other case studies also. See, we should also get into some of the financial aspect as well, financial information also, the break-even point, payback period. Even that will take another half an hour to explain that as well. Okay, so what I will do, I will explain the case study now up to 1 o'clock. Then after the lunch, uh, 2 o'clock will be the lunch. Okay. Um, sorry, 1 to 2 will be the lunch. What I will do, we can have 45 minutes to 1 hour as a career guidance, and 45 minutes I will explain uh, the the financial information, that the costing point of view, that is also important for a interview. I will explain that, but that is very easy. I will just to understand the concept, maybe 30 minutes. We will try to close it by 3:30, 3:30 to 4. Okay. Maximum I will try to complete by 3:30, because it's very much important. It's also important for your interview, because yesterday Raja was also telling about soup casting. Um, you learn that one as well. Okay, soup casting is important, and that will help you even to tell them during interview. Okay, so after we just attend, I thought of closing it by first half only, but considering your future, you please attend it. Okay. And all please ask your friends also to join, because it's a career guidance program, and along with the casting information is very much important. You ask them to attend that. So another this is the one the value analysis of intake manifold in engine basically. All the steps are being followed. This is the material, current material made up of aluminum. This is the air duct where the air enters into the engine. I analyzed all the functions: intake manifold, air duct, water outlet pipe, insert. You have to take everything, even the bolt also, boring gaskets, welding joints, everything. These are the integral functions. Then again, you have to. It is similar to exhaust valve. It is similar to exhaust valve. And you see the cost of the intake manifold. There is a difference of 45 rupees. This is the current material being aluminum. So when you go with the plastic, the cost is reducing. We use this material polyamide 66 of aluminum. When these are the four ideas that have been generated. Okay, and these four ideas, PA66, PA46 material. And I need to evaluate the ideas. So the best idea is coming 9.05 for the AI. The AI is the idea of having PA66 material. So again, we have to do the similar type of test what I have shown previously. Similar test is applicable here as well. This is the CAD layout, CAD drawing of the intake manifold. Then all the CAE stress level, how much should be the stress? Okay, the factor of safety, everything you have to understand, the displacement of individually air duct as well as the manifold. Individually, you have to do is the manifold. Will be less than the allowable stress. Again, the vibration testing. Vibration is very much important, right? So even the vibration test is also very much important. Even when I said that the LTP chart, what I have done, we have done. Even for that, vibration is important. You need to do some vibration test also, and you need to see what's the frequency at different level. And you see, this is the material, plastic material. I mean, the sensors measure the temperature. Different temperature is being taken to ensure that it is not going to the melting point, melting temperature. Okay. Whatever the this is the thermo. I mean, this is the sensors to measure the temperature. So we are look we whatever the sensor we have tested in at a different temperature value. The maximum temperature is coming as close to something. Uh, this is the where is the maximum temperature? So this is the pipe where the exhaust gas come. So exhaust gas temperature will be higher. But we are going to do modification only in the plastic region, this area. So here the maximum is coming as 160 degrees the maximum. 160 degrees the maximum. But you see the melting temperature of this plastic PA6 material is 270 to 290 degree. Whereas the maximum temperature is going is only 160. There is no issue even with respect to temperature point of view. And there is no issue with respect to the previously we have also tested using vibration. There is no issue with vibration. And, so you have implemented this. What is the advantage of this? Is almost cost reduction of 40% cost reduction, and the weight of 2.9 kg is reduced because of this. When you reduce the weight, what happens? Your mileage of the vehicle also going to get increased. Okay, this is one more case study from automotive company Mahindra Mahindra Pune for automotive seal value analysis study. This is a seal. Seal. What is the basic function of a seal? Prevent leakage, right? Seal is used to normally for preventing leakage. You have to understand what is the material being used, what is the specification, what are the bill of material. You have to understand the thermal properties. See, that's why you need to go for an in-depth information. You need to collect the maximum information during information phase. Then only you can understand the function. See, I have shown almost 1 hour. Today morning I have shown the video only for this electric wheelchair because the more you see, the more information you get more function. Then that will be easy for you to go for new idea generation. So you have to collect as much as technical information as possible. Same you have to follow here. The verb and noun combination for for the different components. First diagram is not included here. I think he forgot to attach. Not there. First diagram is not there. Oh, it is there. Uh, Basically, what are the functions normally it involves? So ensure shields, prevent damage. Normally, prevent leakage should be the basic function. There is some slight mismatch, but okay. You understand all the functions are being put here. See, the basic function here is mentioned as return shape for the seal. Why to return shape? To ensure seal. Why to ensure seal? How to introduce it by retaining shape? Okay, retain shape can be the basic function. How to retain shape by gripping the parts? How to grip parts by improving the rigidity, by covering parts, by maintaining location, by molding rubber. So here, when you cover parts, you are also ensuring prevent leakage. When you are retaining shape, you are also preventing damage. Normally, the leakage should come here and the damage should come here. Um, and it also resists to force and it also remove the air. And when you're gripping it, you need to observe shock or vibration. It also reduce noise. And considering that, you have to go for a function cost worth analysis. So here the gap, you always find a new worth. I have one example of a piston, but I'm not getting that case study. Piston, there is a failure. We have converted the material with the titanium also. But even though we have used titanium material, there is no cost in this because we have done some chemical composition variation with the existing piston, and we have reduced the thermomechanical failure at the same time without affecting the function of the piston. I was able to track that particular thing. So what we will see on last two cases. Even I have shown you for some of the localization, right? That is for reducing or achieving make in India. Even that I have done. I have shown already. I'm not going to explain that now. Maybe I will see whatever has been uploaded in the internet. We will go with that. This is available in the internet. Okay, where I have shown that Indian Value Engineering Society website. You go to the InWave, then you click that. You will get you get the report. This is the application of value methodology principle on tractor filtration system. Also coming from Mahindra and Mahindra. They also understood what is the cost contributing. You see, for different product, what is the cost? Filter, strainer assembly. So they also done a Pareto chart to understand what is the highest cost contributing thing. Where this filter comes in the tractor, this is the location of the tractor filter. What are the different parts of the filter? It is having the strainer, it is having the strainer pipe, it is having the end cover, it is having the head, it is having the head pipe, filter. So what is the function of a strainer to arrest particle? Apart from arresting particle, it also seals surface, it also passes oil. And the strainer pipe, the function is to ensure flow, the basic function, and to seal surface, to receive oil, to prevent leakage. And it also end the cover. End cover is there to prevent leakage, to maintain rigidity. Head, it is having the head for ensuring flow, maintaining rigidity, sealing surface, and also to support weight. We have the head pipe to ensure flow, to seal surface, and maintain rigidity. We have the filter to filter oil, to pass oil, and also to seal surface. What is the basic function of a oil filter? To filter oil. Why to filter oil? To protect the pump. How to protect pump by filtering oil? How to filter oil by arresting particle? How to arrest particle by passing oil? How to pass oil by receiving oil? how to reach oil by making it to have in the when you're arresting oil particle, you are also ensuring flow, and this is the standards and preventive age and maintain rigidity. And again, you have to understand the function cost worth analysis. What is the function cost and function worth? And there's always some new idea coming out to use the different micron mesh. Uh, that we will see it now. The, the ideas, idea generation phase. So what they have done is they are going to length of the strainer they are going to optimize, and instead of 150 micron filter, they are going with 40 micron filter to so the cost gets reduced without affecting the function. And the length of the filter also they are reducing it. See, it is not just an idea alone, but they do a lot of analysis before coming to this thing. Okay, it's not just simply name alone. It's not just a material, just a name alone, but they do a lot of background study to understand how to evaluate this particular decision. Then for maintain rigidity, they are going to make the strainer in plastic. So cost is going to be lesser. But what is the challenge? Challenge is the temperature point of view. Again, we need to do some testing also to ensure that the temperature or hydraulic. See here the hydraulic performance, the oil cleanliness. So all this you need to do some testing to ensure that there is no issue going to happen. So again, you have to go for your evaluation phase where you need to evaluate the ideas, and even this idea is not taken. Okay, 40 micron is not taken. Only they have taken one for best idea. This is the final idea they have shortlisted to reduce the length of the strainer, to eliminate the end cover, to make the strainer integral with the strain pipe, and also to have the filter head to get integrated with the pipe to eliminate the pipe. This is the final proposal. This is the existing design. This is the modified design. This is the existing design how it looks, and modified design. We are going to eliminate this. This part completely gets eliminated. This is the pipe. This is the integrator one threading. Here you are going to reduce 24% of the cost, and you are also going to reduce the number of components by 7 numbers. And you are also going to save 3 minutes. 3 minutes for one component assembly. You are going to reduce the cycle time, and you are also going to reduce the inventory cost. Going to charge zero cost. And with respect to function improvement, component misalignment issue is getting resolved. It is easy for installation because you have few parts. It helps to reduce the plant assembly issues, and it will also help you to get the improvement with respect to servicing time. Even you can reduce service time by 30 minutes. Even this, you can use this fast diagram, a powerful technique to eliminate the losses in the manufacturing also. With some of the case studies, but it is related to manufacturing. Good. What you do? So, still we have 30 minutes. Can I show some financial information? Then after lunch, maybe you may be feeling bored. Uh, by the time I can take one more case study and then I will go for the career guidance. Now, Can we go for some financial information? But again, that also may take some time. Okay, better I will give one more case study. I will complete it. One or two case study I will complete it. And finally, after lunch we can have the financial calculation. It will be easy also. It will be you can also be alert because you do some calculation, break-even point, payback period. Uh, are you studying those subjects in your final year? If so, then I no need to cover that topic. But anyway, I will try to have an overview. But I just asking whether you are studying the break-even point or payback period, annual method. Are you studying those topic in your subject? Because when I have studied, I got there is one subject called I forgot the name of it, but related to the industry engineering. Also, we have seen some of the examples to calculate the life cycle cost, break-even point, and also to calculate the present worth method, annual worth method. So, are you studying those in your subject? If not, I will go in depth. Otherwise, I will give an overview. Are you studying that subject called financial analysis, or is there any subject for you? Is there any elective? You can message me in chat box, or you can unmute and then you can tell. Hello, Akash, Ignesh, somebody can tell. Sivakumar, Satish, Naveen, Uday, please reply.
Uh, so they are studying engineering economics.
Sir?
They are studying engineering economics and process planning.
Yes, yes. Yeah, economics. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. So I think that these topics will be covered there, right?
I think so.
Okay, okay, okay. Anyway, just maybe maximum takes 30 minutes, not more than that. Okay, now we'll go with the case study. So it is two case study. We will then go for a lunch. Then after lunch, we will see the financial analysis. Then some of the career guidance program. This life cycle cost is also very much important for value engineering because function by cost and the costing is important. The financial aspect is important. This is already available in the net, but anyway, I will just explain it slowly so that you will understand the concept. The value methodology in the cabin is excavator cabin. This is again done by a company called Tata Technologies or control and structure problem basically. This is excavator. Okay. For this, they are doing the value methodology. We will see how they are approaching it. I will go step by step, very slowly. I will do. They have done the teardown of the excavator. I think they have done the freehand sketch and the other thing, like how we normally. I have shown a video, right? Similarly, they have done. They were understood material wise and weight wise distribution for plastic, steel, and other, or maximum weight material is steel material. 87% of the component is steel, and 12% is plastic, and 1% is remaining. They understood what are the different parts involved in the excavator. Okay, they list down order 25 parts. What is the material being used? What is the manufacturing process? Is it by machining or by fabrication or injection molding or stamping? Okay. You have to number. I told you in that video I have explained, right? And you have to number the thing. So here they have numbered everything individually. That is for reverse engineering, but even this also helps for the regular thing as well. See, I'm going to number and then what is this? Okay, interaction matrix. What is the interaction between one component to another component? Okay, what is the interaction between these two? Okay, so plus means both interaction is there. One minus one plus means only one will interact. Means one will assemble over other. Even this also interface is also very important. Then you go with function. This and all it is very much. This also I told you during that video. Okay, how to have the interface. But I did not told about plus minus. But this is for if both minus means both will not come into contact. Here minus, which means clip will not come in contact with knob lever like that. Okay. Now we will see the functions. The operator, they operate the control, they improve the comfort, basic function. What is the function of a structure module? It support weight. Basic function of a left hand control support, enable mounting. We have it also involves house space of the control support. We have the knob. Basic function of a knob is to facilitate a grip. The lever is to deliver force and also control position. The spacer, you need to use the spacer to reduce friction. Washer is there to maintain connection. Why you need to have the shaft to control position? You have the bush normally used to reduce wear, right? You have the bracket to enable mounting to resist corrosion and also to withstand load. You have the armrest to improve comfort, support weight, enhance appearance, and maintain connection. So enhance pins. Pin. Why you need to have the pin to for the connection, maintain connection, and also transfer load and also reduce friction. You need to have the switch to enable control and enable enhance appearance. You have the bolt to connect component, locate component, resist corrosion. The front cover to enclose space and to enhance appearance. You have the storage liner to enable mounting, protect components, ensure safety in enclosed space. Hinge is enable movement, connect components. You have the latch design also every you have a separate company to manufacture this. You have the clip is normally used to connect component. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to create a fast diagram. Basic function is to operate control. Why to operate control to operate machine? How to operate machine by operating the controller? How to operate control by pushing, by locating the component, creating a structure, connecting the component, and by supplying. Here you see the person is applying force here by changing the knob and delivering force, releasing energy, enabling movement, and guiding the movement, controlling the position. You can see this very slowly. Okay, you can see this very slowly. I'm running fast, but you can see it very slowly in the internet, the link whatever. So go to the Indian Value Engineering Society website, and when that you go to the InWave link. Okay, it will not be available after 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to supply component to connect components to create a structure. Why? When I'm creating structure, I am also supporting weight. I am also resisting the deflection. I am also enabling. I am resisting how to resist deflection load and transferring load. Um, I can also operate my control by either by access control or by controlling the enabled control. When how to enable control by controlling the position. How to control position by enabling movement. When I am enabling movement, I am also guiding the movement. How to enable movement, release energy. How to release energy by delivering force. E- Now some of the components we have seen some of the function fast diagram of a electric wheelchair today. There is a component called a battery. What is the basic function of a battery? Battery store energy, release energy. That I have not included in the function, right? So when you go in depth, you will understand about all the functions, and accordingly you can go for a function cost worth analysis. Then those things you can, because everything will be a new thing for you. I am also new to this electric wheelchair. Uh, so similarly, when you're new to the company, your product keeps on changing, and when the product keeps on changing and design is going to keep on changing, your customer expectation keeps on changing. Then you need to understand your function accordingly. It is the function cost worksheet. You can understand 20 percentage of the function contributing to 80 percentage of the cost using the Pareto analysis. Then you can see which function is contributing to the highest cost. Here the support weight, position assembly, distribute load. The top three function you can take. That function, for that function you need to create ideas. This is a matrix. So here the value gap and value index, you should always look for some new alternative. And even you can see, you can change the coating also. Uh, from CED to even you go for zinc or galvanized, which is lesser you have to go plan. For supporting weight, they are going to use the less stiffness support bracket. And for withstanding load, they are going to change the material ASTM standard material A362 aluminum material having aluminum, silicon, magnesium, lead. And for releasing energy, they are going to use gas spring instead of a compression spring. They are going to use the tension spring instead of a compression spring by eliminating the support of shaft and goods and washer. And again, they are going for evaluation phase where they create ideas. And sorry, where they finalize the ideas, not to create ideas, finalize the ideas. So here the ideas are having the highest rank. So they use the less weight bracket, and they are going to change the arm mounting. They are going to reduce the number of holes, and they also go for a bolted arrangement instead of a welded design. They are going to use existing side plate of control for mounting, eliminating the bracket. They are going to use the tension spring instead of a compression spring. So put together, these are the proposals, the existing proposal, and they have eliminated the wing. So when you eliminate, you are going to reduce the weight. At the same time, it will not affect your performance of function. You are going to eliminate the weld and you are going to put a bolted one. How the existing looks and how the proposed lever rotation is been carried out with the compression ring initially. Now you are going to replace this compression ring with a tension spring, which it does not need. It does not need any support of shaft or spacer or pushers. In use this, you are also going to eliminate the shaft, spacer, and pushers. See, you get 23% cost saving per product, and you see in an annual $10 million, 1 million will be 10 lakh rupee, and if it is 10 lakh into 70, how much? 700 lakh, which means 7 crore rupee. So in a year, you can save 7 crore rupee if you do all these things. This is on to the product LPR module, was based related to electronics basically, used in automobile, used in yeah, auto meter and all, energy meter. Even this can be applied even in the energy reading. In for electricity you have the meter, right? Meter reading. L&T do this one. Now that company has been taken over by Schneider Electric. Here the material cost breakup, how their almost 54% goes to transceiver, and they have different components, amplifier, impedance matching circuit, antenna, crystal. This is the circuit for the particular electronic device. What is the function of a transceiver? It frame the data, it modulate the signal. What is the function of the amplifier? It amplifies signal. What is the function of a matching circuit? Impedance. It suppress noise. Why you need to have the impedance? To suppress noise and also to filter frequency. What is the function of the antenna? To receive receive signals. Crystal generate signal. Printed circuit board. Printed circuit assembly contains circuit, process data, and interconnect parts. Even this fast diagram or function is applicable even to electrical electronics also. The basic function of the is to see, once you get the signal, then only you get the reading. Okay, the basic function is to transmit signal. How to transmit signal? By modulating the signal. How to modulate signal? By filtering the frequency. When you're modulating signal, you're also filtering the frequency. You're generating the signal and you're going to frame the data. How to frame data? By processing data. How to process data? By receiving data. Why to receive data? Process data. Why to process data? To frame data. Why to frame data? To modulate the signal. Why to modulate signal? By transmitting the signal. Why to transmit the signal? By establishing the communication. Good. This is the other functions. So again, the function cost worth analysis is being carried out. Ideas. So for this function frame data, you need to use the alternate protocol. Use proprietary protocol. For the filtering and the frequency, you need to go for using RLC, reluctance, inductance, capacitance circuit, by using a IC chip. Yeah. For generating signal, you can go with different different thing, like to go with the controller, to go with a frequency lock loop, and external oscillator to use circuit board. You can go with two PCB solution with LPR module on a single separate side card, or you can go have, instead of two, you can have on a single PCB also. You can integrate the PCB. Then you are going to evaluate ideas, the ranks. So what is the best rank? Maximum point goes to 24. So no, maximum is 726. No, maximum is 818, and it is like they have taken the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each and every individual function, which is highest idea, highest point they have taken for implementation. To go with a better IC, go with a better proprietary protocol, external oscillator, to use helical antenna instead of going for a PCB antenna, to go with a two separate PCB instead of one PCB. Even the points are more. Okay, this is the before value engineering. The length is 27 mm, with this 34 and height is 20.1. This is the PCB basically. This is the after value meaning, you see the optimization. And you see this meter, almost 1.7 million meters, energy meters have been manufactured based on the tender and bid. And you see, when you reduce this one, how much cost you're going to reduce? You're going to reduce almost 14 crore annually. Per year, you can reduce 14 crore, 09 crore, 14 crore, 9 lakhs, close to that. And this will also help you to reduce 66% of the material cost.